Ladies and gentlemen.
How you feeling? Feel alright?
Get gully.
Oh yeah.
Crown shot of a child being born in captivity, scorned, misinformed on her own history, brought up to love her natural enemy, taught to hate herself and despise her own imagery.
Check out QVC, check out HSN, you know, even television programming, right? In the media, when they're about to come out with a show, they take some of the juiciest parts of that show and they want to invoke emotion, invoking emotion out of the person on the other side. Because we have to remember, anytime you're watching a movie, a television show, or a preview before a movie, that is a one-way channel. And what does that mean? What is a one-way channel? That means they can speak to you, but you can't speak to them. So you're on the receiving end, and they're the ones pushing out their propaganda to you. Now, what happens when you turn that seat around and you're sitting on the other side of the table? What happens when you have that dope product, or you have that dope service, and it's time for you to push that product or service to a new potential customer, a new client, or a bunch of clients at once? What does that look like? You know, it's like a tenant versus a landlord. What does that look like? It's like an employee and a business owner. What happens when the chairs switch? What happens when you're sitting on the other side now and you're the business owner and you have employees? What does that look like? And that's where I come in. This is where I'm going to teach you guys and show you guys some very cool, easy to apply tactics and strategies that's going to keep your business flowing, and you'll be able to use it wherever you go. Because no matter how many businesses I started, and I've had many businesses. I've had a shrimp and lobster importing business. I was bringing in shrimp and lobster from Honduras and Peru. I had a record label at one time. Currently, I have a web designing business. I had so many other businesses going on. Every business that I was in, I needed to apply some type of sales negotiating skills to the platform. I couldn't escape it. No matter what I did, I could not escape sales and negotiations. So those two are married to each other. Once you learn one, it's going to be very easy for you to learn the other one, especially negotiating. Because negotiating, that's when it becomes like chess. And if you ever played chess before, you understand that you cannot enter a game of chess with emotions. You're sitting across from that other person with no emotions at all. And whatever move that person makes, you're strategically placing your pawns, your kings, your bishops into certain spots to win. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. When you sit down to play a game of chess, you sit down to win. And that is what negotiating is. Negotiating is all about winning. Who can win? How can you leverage your pieces to strike when the time is right for you to win? But unlike chess, we can make, with a little bit of sales seasoning to it, right? We can give the opposing side the illusion of them winning. Like giving them a little bit of a nugget to feel like they won, but when you were the one that took the whole cake, you left them a crumb. These are dirty little secrets of sales and negotiating that I will be teaching you throughout the course. And definitely keep in touch with me. Subscribe to this channel so you know exactly when that course comes out, because it's going to be off the meat rack. I'm going to let you know right now. It's going to be off the chain. It's going to be like a sales course you have never ever experienced in your life. This ain't no shirt and tie sales course. I have to be proper because corporate might be looking at me. There's no corporate over my head. I am corporate. So I can let you guys know the real deal. The dirty, down low, dirty, filthy tricks of the game. Things that they don't tell you when you're in sales training. Things that they won't tell you because they're using those tactics against you to get you to do. You ever wonder why there's a sales team and then a sales manager and then there's a general sales manager? Because they are sitting on information that they don't want their sales team to know because they're using different tactics on them. Different tactics on you. By the time I'm done showing you, you'll be able to use this in any country, any state, anywhere around the world to sell your products or services. Period. I'll give you an example how sales have worked for me. I began developing websites. Now, mind you, I've only been developing websites for myself, for a little while, but it was on a totally different platform. When I got introduced to the WordPress platform, I was like, Eureka, this is it. This is where I need to be, right? And I said, man, this is gonna be awesome. I know I would be able to learn it, in due time. Now, I started designing websites on WordPress February 2016. I got my first client February 2016. Before I even designed one website on WordPress, I've already solidified and sealed the deal for a client on recurring payments. Okay? Every month, they pay me a fee to maintain their website and design their website. Now, you have to ask yourself, how did you get a client and you didn't even design a website on WordPress? Sales, baby. Sales. Once you know how to sell, once you know how to sell, you'll be able to sell anything without showing anything. Now, of course, we're going to do this ethically, right? We're not trying to rip nobody off. We're not trying to be no 5-card Molly hustler. We're not those type of people. We're not hustling anybody out of money and ripping people off. We're positioning our products and our services and our brand in an arena where it can get the most out of it. We can capitalize off of our brand to its highest potential. If you can get $1,000 from a client, I will show you how to get $900 from the client, leave $100 on the table, so when you come back, you can get an additional $900. These are the kind of tactics I'm going to show you because a lot of times we want to take everything off the table and don't leave anything. And sometimes leaving a little bit on there can be advantageous to us for us to come back and grab even more money than before. So now you just made, you made a $900 sale at one time, but it really turns out to be an $1,800 sale versus you get a $1,000 sale and never get another sale from that person again. So if you guys have any questions, again, I really appreciate you guys joining me. I love your comments. I love the feedback that you give me. Share this with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because we are going to do some amazing things. This is our time. Welcome to the new Black Renaissance of business. We taking over this shit. You heard?